When you think show at the Memorial Art Gallery, what are you thinking?
Art, like just paintings
and you look at it.
Yeah.
Giving motherhood a microphone is the idea for the latest Rochester production called Listen to Your Mother. And joining us now, the co-producer Corrie Carter and co-director Sarah Fitzgibbons. And this is a chance for local writers to talk about motherhood on Mother's Day weekend.
Absolutely. We're one of 39 cities around the country who have been selected to present this show, and we're so excited to bring it to the Memorial Art Gallery. We have 13 lovely cast members from across the spectrum of Rochester reading their stories.
So wherever they do the show, it's different based on where they do it.
It is.
Right. It's a very hyper-local initiative. So it's local cast members. The cast is different in every city, telling their very personal stories. And our sponsors are local. And the money that we raise through ticket sales as well as sponsorship goes to local charities that support women and children. So our charities are the Society for the Protection and Care of Children and Parenting Village.
Great.
Are there content rules here?
Really, there's no, as long as we keep it PG-13, there's no subject off limits. We have a number of different stories that are heartbreaking, stories that are hopeful, some hilarious moments, and all those moments in between. We're hoping to take the folks that come to the show as well as who watch the videos on YouTube after the fact on this journey that is motherhood and parenthood, that we all experience all those emotions.
Yeah. When you went to assemble the writers who would be part of this, were you looking for that diversity, or did it kind of happen by happenstance?
Yeah, I think that was one of our values and one of the reasons we felt compelled to bring this to Rochester. We see this theme of motherhood as sort of a uniting force for our city, not to mention that Rochester is full of artists and talented folks, but we felt really committed and compelled to have a diverse cast. So we've got a gentleman, we've got folks from the LGBT community, we've got people from all across the city and suburbs.
Different ages, and I think that we tried to put together sort of the fabric of a quilt. That's sort of the analogy we like to use for the stories. And so it's demographic diversity, but it's also stories of people who have older children, people who might be grandparents, people who are trying to have children but can't. So it's that spectrum of emotions again.
Everybody, when I thought about this and I thought about the show, I immediately pictured, what would my mother say? You know, how would my mother present this? And I had some pretty strong ideas. My mom is still around, thank God, and I had some pretty strong ideas of what she would say if she got up there. And I think every mom would, you know?
Well, I think that's the thing, is that literally all of us have a motherhood story, because even if you're not a mother yourself, you have a mom. So that's something we all have in common. And that's why it's so great we have a gentleman on our cast who's able to speak and do a tribute to his own mother. So it really is a show for everyone that I think everyone can get something out of. And it's a really, really meaningful way to celebrate Mother's Day this year. As I've talked to people, and I know as we've talked to people, people have been excited about it, because I'll say, what do you usually do for Mother's Day? And people say, oh, I get a card, maybe we do brunch, and we flowers, and all those things are great. Jewelry, all that stuff is great. Keep doing all that. Mothers appreciate it. But if you want to take it a step further this year, you could come to a show like this, have a shared experience, continue those conversations after the fact with the people that you came with, and raise money for local charities as well.
And there's only one showing, right?
One night only.
One night only.
What night is it? We got to get that. It's Mother's Day night.
No, it's actually
Saturday night, the night before.
It's Friday.
Friday night.
Yeah, keep you on your toes. Friday at 7:30 in the Memorial Art Gallery.
I knew it was Mother's Day weekend heading into it, so it's Friday night at the Memorial Art Gallery. If people want tickets, they can buy them in advance?
They can buy them in advance. We predict that they'll sell out.
Yep, so they're $17 ahead of time, or $20 at the door. You can get them at listentoyourmothershow.com/Rochester. And we have ticket information on there, so you can buy them online ahead of time.
And again, just to clear up the confusion I created, it's Friday night, May 8th, not on Mother's Day itself, but heading into Mother's Day weekend.
And it is right at MAG, right?
Yes.
I'm curious about the production value, because I don't remember seeing a stage there. How is this going to look for people?
Well, we are in the ballroom. Which does actually have a really beautiful stage. I've been there for weddings before. We've opened up the balcony, and we think it'll be a beautiful venue.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back.